Hey everybody, welcome to Journey Through the Generations. Another episode. Trisha, what have you been up to?
I've been up to quite a few things in the past couple of months.
Yeah, life has been crazy. We've been busy, so I know it's been a while since we put an episode out, but I think we're going to go ahead and just kind of get caught up on what we've been doing, and we'll just go from there. You ready?
I am.
All right, let's get started. All right, so quite a few things have gone on, since the last episode. So
Yeah, it really has. One of the things that we did, we went on vacation.
Yes, it was a big vacation too.
And it was a family vacation, which I'm super excited about because as a family historian, I like to preserve our history. But it's also important for us to make memories for us and future generations, because it was 3 generations of us there.
Yeah, and that reminds me too, is like I haven't downloaded all of our pictures yet.
Oh, really? Okay. Note to self.
And so we still have to, you haven't seen any of them.
No, I haven't. But we had a blast.
Yes, we had a real good time.
And it was just nice to be with family and just enjoy each other and spend time together and not be a sad occasion.
Yeah, for sure. Because sometimes that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
That family only gets together and for a funeral or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Yeah, we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
One of the good things about virtual conferences and doing things online nowadays is that you can actually take classes and learn genealogy no matter where you are. And that's exactly what happened, because Roots Tech had a Juneteenth celebration while we were on vacation. And I was able to still attend the classes even though I wasn't at home.
Yeah, and it was a full day on Juneteenth of classes that were about African American research and stories.
It was about how to research your ancestors, how to go back past the 1870 census. There was one session that was dedicated totally to what is Juneteenth and how we celebrate it today. It was just a very great day of celebrating, because we usually go to a Juneteenth celebration in our community, and so it was nice to be able to still celebrate Juneteenth just in a different way this year.
Right, and it had several people doing classes that are well known in the African American genealogy research space.
Yep.
And so it's good information. The important thing is that it's still available for anyone to go listen to at any time.
Absolutely.
You can go listen to it. I believe the best place, I think, is probably YouTube. So go to Roots Tech YouTube page. And I'm sure it's probably on their website somewhere.
Yes.
And probably on Facebook.
Yeah. If you are registered as Roots Tech, if you've ever been before, you can add it to your own demand playlist as well.
Right. So yeah, definitely go and take a look at those. I still have to do that. I haven't done it yet because, like Trisha said, it came out while we were on vacation, and I didn't listen to any of them while I was on vacation. Trisha did.
I did. They were phenomenal.
Yeah, but I'll go back and listen to and watch them at some point. The good thing is they're out there. We'll be out there for a long time.
Oh yeah,
so
they'll be out there for at least till the rest of the year.
Yeah, so I'm sure that it'll be there when I'm ready to watch it. So.
Absolutely.
So what else did we do?
Well, while we're talking about Roots Tech, I guess now is as good a time as any to announce to our listeners that we are official Roots Tech media in the media group this year.
Yes, and we're excited about it. This is our fourth year being a part of Roots Tech Media. And so we're really excited. We're planning on being there in Salt Lake City again in 2024. If I remember the dates correctly, it's February 29th through March 2nd.
That is correct.
I can't believe I remember that.
You did. In Salt Lake City, Utah.
In Salt Lake City. We plan on being there. The great thing about us and being a part of this media group is that we get to share with you the many different things that Roots Tech is doing throughout the entire year, not just at Roots Tech.
Right.
And so we're calling it Roots Tech 365. And so just like we talked about the Juneteenth day that they had, and we did some post on Twitter about DNA Day back in April.
And coming up on the 26th is Immigration Day for Roots Tech.
Yep.
And it's all classes all day about immigration records and how to find your immigrant ancestors and things like that.
Yep. So stay tuned to us on all of our social media. And of course, here on the podcast, we'll share that information as we learn about it. That is going to be our job this year. And we're really excited about it. So
yeah, and and also we get firsthand knowledge about what's going to happen at the conference coming up in 2024. So as soon as they announce the keynote speakers, we'll have that information and we'll be able to share that with you. Once they have the schedule set up with the speakers and everything, we'll have that and we'll be able to give you that. We'll know who's going to be at the expo hall. We will be all in the know and we will share it all with you guys.
Right. And just be ready, right? Because registration is going to be opening very soon. We don't know the official date, but it is coming soon.
It's hard to believe. Yep. It's almost August.
So be ready for that. Do your planning now. If you're going to go in person, which I do recommend, start planning now. Plan your flight, plan your hotel. You don't really need a car unless you're going to just go around Salt Lake City. Whatever the case is, go ahead and start planning and saving now.
Yes, because it will be here before you know it.
Yep. So one other thing we got a chance to do since the last time we've talked with you is we were fortunate enough to be be a guest on a podcast. This is our first time anyone has ever invited us to do anything.
That's true.
So it was very exciting. Which podcast were we on?
It was Speak On It.
Speak On It, that's right. I was going to say on the track or something. Anyway, no, that's not correct. It's Speak On It with Janice and Chericana.
Yeah, Genealogy Conversations.
Yep, and they are awesome.
They are so wonderful.
Yep.
They are phenomenal family historians in their own right, but they're just beautiful people.
Yes, they are. And we've already told Janice that we're family, even though we aren't really family.
We are now, though.
But we are family. We met her at Roots Tech this past March, and we actually interviewed her, Janice, at Roots Tech, and so you can listen to that on the podcast. Go and search that, and then so you can go to their website, Speak On It, and you can listen to our episode and a bunch of other very, very, very good episodes.
Yeah, and they do phenomenal work. They interview family historians, genealogists, authors, things like that, and they just are really, really phenomenal, and they're great, and they are doing wonderful things in the genealogy world.
Yeah, so if you want to go and listen to it, they're on blogtalkradio.com and just search for Speak On It, History and Genealogy Conversations with Janice and Chericana. So we have I have a special announcement. This is the first time really that we've talked about it. I actually announced it on that episode with Janice and Chericana on that podcast episode that I am starting a new podcast.
He sure is.
It is called Black Genealogy Corner. I call it The Corner. It is just a place where, we can gather and tell stories about the forgotten, Black families and histories, and then also a way to share resources and knowledge and information on how they found their information, that in the hopes that it would inspire you to get started and share your stories as well. So I'm really excited about it. I actually just finished recording the very first episode today, so I'll be editing it. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
I'm excited about it, and it's not even my podcast. I just think that what you're doing is so important because, like I tell people all the time, everybody has a story. Every family has a story, and nobody can tell your story like you can. And I know a lot of us, myself included, want to someday write a book and get everything down on paper, but recording a podcast is just as important as, to share your story with as it would be if you were writing a book. So the stories that you're going to be able to showcase on your podcast is going to be great.
Yeah, I just really felt like we needed more outlets for Black family researchers to tell their stories, right? To talk about their family, talk about how they found their information. I tell my story, talk about the doctor. You've probably heard me refer to him, to tell my story, which I don't do much at all. And then I just really felt like younger people needed to get involved too.
Exactly.
And start their family research, or even take over for the person who's doing it today.
Right.
And so that's really what I wanted to do, to, share those stories, talk about those histories, Black family histories that no one talks about. There's so many out there.
There are. And
they're good stories
they're
too.
Great stories. I know when I share my stories, people always look at me and like, that is a great story. And I have to say, it is a great story. But my story isn't the only story. There are hundreds of thousands of stories of African Americans, whether it's during enslavement or during the civil rights, or, in military, or, just doing whatever, that is their family story. And it's important.
Just think about this. You think of all the kids and the younger folks, knew some of the stories about, the things that their ancestors went through. They've done great things. They endured hard times, but they were resilient and they got through them.
Be proud of.
You understand what kind of impact that could have on a young person.
Absolutely.
That could really change their trajectory of their life.
Exactly.
You just never know. I mean, when I found out about the doctor, I asked Trisha, I said, I wish I had known that before. Do you think I would have been a doctor?
And we may not have met. You may have gone through a whole different path.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't know. You never know.
I was just having a conversation with someone the other day, and I said, a lot of us know a lot of Black history. And, I always give Dr. Martin Luther King as an example. We know his birthday. We know when he was assassinated. We know who he was married to. We know all his children's name. We know all the things that he did in the civil rights. But what do we know that equivalent information in our ancestry, in our own family history? He was born in 1926, which makes him younger than all of my grandparents. Yet for a long time, I knew more about him than I did my own grandparents. And that just made me want to learn more about my family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so on the podcast, I'll have guests on every episode. We'll talk about their family. We'll talk about their story, how they found out the information. I'll talk to people that are representing organizations and companies that'll help Black folks in their research. And so, I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, I hope you guys go and follow me on Instagram and on YouTube. I will show every podcast on YouTube. And then also every podcast will be wherever you listen to your audio podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, those kinds of things. You can listen to it there. The first episode comes out on July 31st. And so, it's coming up here real soon. We're like a week away. And so I'm ready to get this started. So
it's going to be great.
Yeah, so join me. Please, please, please join me. Share it with a friend, family member, your research group, your church, whoever. I don't care. You guys come and listen. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. And I think that's probably about it, right?
Yeah, I think that's it. We've had a few things going on this summer. But we're slowly but surely getting back to the groove of our reality, which means recording more episodes for you guys.
Yep, we got some good stuff coming up. So, all right, guys, we appreciate you guys for listening. Go down to the episode notes to get links to all of our social media. And I'll also leave information about Black Genealogy Corner. The Corner is what I'm calling it. And, we just really appreciate you guys for listening, and tell a friend, share all our information.
Yeah.
And we'll see y'all.
Go back and listen to some old episodes too.
Yeah, that too. All right, guys, we'll see y'all later. Y'all take care.
Thanks, guys.